You walk into a Swiss grocery store. Everything looks normal. Middle-aged guy buying cheese. Teen grabbing iced tea. Mom picking out produce. But here's the kicker. You're surrounded by millionaires. And you'd never know it. No Gucci belts. No Lambos in the parking lot. Just clean shoes, practical coats, and wealth hiding in plain sight. The Swiss are so rich, but they don't act like it, and that's what makes them different. See, in most countries, wealth is loud, flashy, obsessed with showing off. But in Switzerland, wealth whispers. And their secret? It's not just about banks and chocolate. It's a cultural system of money management that's decades ahead. And today, we're unpacking it, because if you learn to think like the Swiss, you'll never be broke again. 1. Hidden in plain sight. The invisible rich. Switzerland has one of the highest concentrations of millionaires per capita, but they're not who you think. 62% of Swiss millionaires live in modest homes. Most drive regular cars, Volkswagens, not Ferraris. Meet Hans, a Zurich engineer. He's worth over $3 million, but he still takes the tram to work. Still lives in the same apartment he rented in his 20s. Still makes coffee at home. Why? Because in Switzerland, showing off is considered bad taste. Status isn't about spending, it's about stability. And that's what makes Swiss wealth so powerful. It's invisible, it's quiet, it's built on values, not vibes. While the world chases flash, the Swiss stack cash. 2. Financial philosophy. The Swiss quiet wealth code. So, what's behind this wealth mindset? It starts with history. Switzerland didn't get rich by chance. After World War II, they stayed neutral. They focused on precision industries, watches, banking, engineering. But more importantly, they built a culture of financial calm. No hype, no panic, just systems. The Swiss believe wealth is not what you spend, it's what you keep. And they live by 3 quiet rules. Rule 1. Live under your means always. Even high earners save 20 to 30% of income. The national savings rate is consistently among the highest in Europe. Rule 2. Buy once, cry once. They don't buy cheap junk. They buy quality, even if it costs more upfront, because it lasts longer. Rule 3. Never outsource your money brain. Swiss kids learn budgeting in school. Adults track finances with discipline. They don't rely on apps alone. They build muscle memory. Simple, smart, and brutally effective. 3. System design, not self-control. Most people think saving money is about discipline. Just stop buying coffee, right? Not in Switzerland. The Swiss don't depend on willpower. They build systems that make good decisions automatic. An example is the second pillar pension. Every worker has a mandatory savings deduction. It's built into the paycheck. You don't see the money. You don't miss it. It grows quietly for decades. No decisions. No stress. Same with taxes. Same with insurance. The result? Wealth grows without effort, not because they're smarter, but because their systems are better. The real takeaway? If your money habits depend on trying harder, you've already lost. Now, the mystery of Swiss frugality in a rich nation. So, here's the question. Why do the rich in Switzerland live like they're middle class? Simple. They don't feel the need to perform wealth, because they feel secure. Compare that to influencer culture. Spend $10,000 a month to look successful. Meanwhile, a Swiss accountant spends $3,000 a month, saves the rest, and retires by 50. Who's really rich? The one drowning in lifestyle debt, or the one living free? The Swiss have figured it out. Freedom feels better than flexing. Here's what most people don't realize. Swiss money habits have evolved, and they've gotten even smarter. 1. Budget without a budget. Instead of stressing over every dollar, they track percentages. 60% needs, 30% investing, 10% joy. Simple, flexible, stress-free. 2. Peer-to-peer lending. Forget banks. More Swiss are investing directly in people, neighbors, local entrepreneurs, small contracts, big trust. It builds community and income. 3. Neighborhood investment pools. Imagine a group of families pooling $50,000 to invest in a solar project or a rental property. It's hyperlocal wealth building, and it works. 4. Digital banking minimalism. New apps like Neon strip away the noise. No flashy dashboards. No credit score ads. Just clean design. Autosaves. Spending breakdowns. Less dopamine. More discipline. These aren't just tools. They're culture enforcers. And they're spreading fast. Time is their currency. Why the Swiss work less, but earn more. To the Swiss, wealth isn't just what's in your bank account. it's how you spend your time. The average Swiss worker puts in about 35 to 41 hours a week. That's less than many countries with similar or even lower productivity. Yet Swiss employees earn among the highest wages in the world.
How?
They value efficiency over hustle culture. Meetings are short, lunch breaks are real, work hours are respected, and so is rest. Vacations aren't squeezed in, they're guaranteed. Most Swiss enjoy 4 to 5 weeks off each year, and taking them is considered healthy, not lazy. But it goes deeper than ours. The Swiss align work with purpose. They don't chase jobs just for titles or paychecks. They choose careers they can sustain without burnout. Owning less is often a conscious choice, made to protect time and peace of mind. It's a powerful shift in mindset. Don't trade your life for luxuries. Trade your luxuries for life. This doesn't mean they don't work hard. It means they work intentionally. Time, to them, is the most precious currency, and that changes everything about how they save, spend, and live. In the Swiss model, real success isn't just earning more, it's needing less. 4. Banking secrets that aren't actually secret. Beyond the vault, how Swiss banks actually help their people grow rich. Swiss banks have long carried a mysterious reputation. Vaults of secrecy, billionaires hiding fortunes, the stuff of spy movies. But that's old news. Since the global push for financial transparency in the 2010s, the so-called secrecy is mostly gone. What remains, though, is even more powerful. A banking culture that supports long-term wealth building for everyone. In Switzerland, banks aren't just places to store money. They're financial partners. Most banks offer free financial coaching, retirement planning tools, investment education, and automated systems that help average citizens grow their money over time. Swiss people rarely gamble with high-risk investments. Instead, they're encouraged to invest in long-term index funds, diversified portfolios, and even sustainable finance, a growing movement that aligns investing with climate and social values. Interestingly, homeownership isn't the ultimate goal for everyone. Many Swiss prefer to rent and use their capital to invest elsewhere, a decision backed by math, not emotion. Even young people are looped in. Digital banking apps come with goal tracking features, early investing tools, and tax calculators. In short, Swiss banks are quiet, conservative, and incredibly effective. There's no hype, no lottery mentality, just decades of consistent, compounding smart decisions. It's not secret, it's just sensible. The world is finally paying attention. From TikTok to Wall Street, everyone wants to learn the Swiss way. What was once considered boring Swiss financial discipline is now going viral. Across social media, creators are breaking down the Swiss way of managing money. Automated systems, modest lifestyles, long-term thinking. The term quiet wealth is trending, and Swiss-style budgeting is becoming the new financial flex. Movements like financial independence, retire early echo Swiss values almost perfectly, live below your means, invest consistently, and prioritize time over status. Even global financial institutions are paying attention. Countries like Singapore, Norway, and Denmark have studied Swiss pension design and banking stability as models to follow. And regular people, from freelancers in New York to digital nomads in Bali, are adopting Swiss-style money habits in pursuit of freedom and calm. The message is clear. Wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about living rich, with control, clarity, and peace of mind. Turns out, the quietest country in finance might just be leading the loudest revolution. The Swiss aren't rich because they earn more. They're rich because they spend differently. Because they don't chase status. They chase freedom. They don't panic in booms or busts. They stay steady. They stay quiet. And in a world screaming for attention, that might be the loudest wealth signal of all. You don't need to copy their life. Just copy their mindset. Intentional, focused,
calm,
ready to take control of your money like the Swiss? Start by setting up your own 3-account system today. No fancy tools, just smart structure. Track your spending, automate your savings, and invest with intention, not emotion. Want more practical tips like these? Subscribe and share this video with someone who needs a financial reset. And tell us in the comments, which Swiss habit are you adopting first? Remember, wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how wisely you live.